Is buying real estate a good investment? That's today's video. Let's dive in. Hey everyone, I'm Clayton Morris. I'm the founder of Morris Invest. We are a turnkey real estate company. I've rehabbed thousands of homes and we have hundreds of investors all around the world. And today we're going to talk about whether or not real estate is a good investment. Now I'm a little biased, but I've certainly gone through the ringer with a 401k and all sorts of other investments throughout the years. Stocks, gold, silver, you name it, I've done it. And the thing that has made me and my family wealthy in being able to hit a high level of cash flow every month and net worth is real estate investing. Now I'm going to break down 5 key areas as to why I believe real estate is a better investment than just about anything out there. But first, let me sort of lay the groundwork on why I think real estate investing is a smart investment. I believe real estate, when purchased correctly, can be one of the highest performing assets that we own. Remember, you cannot possibly get rich by just hoping that your money in a savings account is going to grow to create wealth for you and your family. It's not going to happen. Instead, real estate enables someone to create monthly cash flow, assets that are producing cash flow. And we'll get to that in a second. You ready? Let's dive into the 5 key areas and why I think real estate investing is one of the safest, best investments you can make. Number 1 is net worth. I read a book a number of years ago, Gary Keller's great book, The Millionaire Real Estate Investor. And in it, he made a really great point. He said, rich people know something that other people don't. Rich people understand that it's not about how much money they buy or sell or trade back and forth that makes them rich. That increasing their net worth was all that rich people cared about. That when they looked at their spreadsheets and they saw that their assets versus their liabilities, were their assets growing year after year after year, and were their liabilities shrinking year after year after year, that's your net worth. How much are you worth? And with real estate investing, the beauty of real estate investing is that when you buy a $60,000 home and you're buying it below market value, which is what we talk about here on the channel, right? We have a whole host of videos on exactly how to buy real estate correctly. And you buy it for 60, but it's worth 80. Or you buy it for 50 and it's worth 55. That you're increasing your net worth, not just by the 50 that you just purchased, but by the 55 because you're buying it with a little bit of equity in every property that you buy. You're adding to your net worth. Your net worth has now increased by $50,000 by owning real estate. That's number 1, the power of increasing net worth with real estate investing. Number 2, and perhaps my favorite of all, well actually a few of these are my favorites, but I love number 2, which is cash flow. Of course, the reason we're buying rental real estate, we're holding it, we're renovating it, and we're placing a tenant in the property, that's what my company does all day long, is because now we are getting cash flow from that tenant. We're turning that money that we had sitting in that savings account. Let's just say you had $40,000 sitting in a savings account. Well, what if you could buy a single family home for $40,000? That's what I do. Those are the homes I buy, right in that $40,000 range, 3-bedroom, 1-bath. Now, that home, instead of sitting there, that $40,000 sitting in my bank account doing nothing for me, that $40,000 is now creating cash flow every month, bringing in money, $700 a month from a tenant, month after month, year after year. That is the beauty of cash flow, because now think about it. My money is working for me. So if you ask me the question, is real estate investing a good investment? Absolutely. Can you name other investments that do that month in and month out? Sure, you can take dividends from stocks, but that is sporadic and that can go up and down, obviously, with the market. Real estate investing, if done correctly, has very little fluctuation, if any. If you're in the neighborhoods that we are, I have a whole video on why I buy in C-class neighborhoods. You should click on that button and watch that video. You're not going to see variations in your rent very much. So $700 a month in rent on a particular property in a down economy, what are you going to lower the rent to $675? No, maybe, but that's $25. Big deal. You're still going to see consistent cash flow even in a down economy if you're purchasing real estate correctly. Number 3 reason that real estate is a good investment, appreciation. Now, I don't invest for appreciation. To me, it's kind of dead as a main investment vehicle, but to me, it's icing on the cake. Now, in the neighborhoods that I buy, we're seeing about a 2% appreciation year after year, which is nice. Nice little bit of appreciation. That means the asset that I purchased for $50,000 might be worth 52 in a year, might be worth 53, might be worth 54, 55, and it goes up and up and up. But the beauty of it is that I'm not investing for that reason, but I'm increasing my net worth by really doing nothing. Year after year now, my net worth is going up because the property has appreciated. Third great reason to invest in real estate. Number 4 is taxes. Now, I said that cash flow was my favorite thing about real estate. I have to say, I think taxes may even be just as good as cash flow. Because once you become a real estate investor, you realize why you're paying almost nothing in taxes. That's because of real estate. That the tax code in this country is written for real estate investors to save on your taxes. The purchasing of rental property and the improvements that you make to that property are a tax write-off. And that will mitigate all of the other income that you have coming in your life. So when I have rental income from those tenants, that's offset by the purchase of real estate and all of the expenses and depreciation and all of the things that you can then leverage and use to mitigate your taxes. That is why it is such a powerful way to create wealth in this country. That most members of Congress, I always say this, are real estate investors. They're the ones that have written the laws. And the tax code in this country, more than anything else, benefits real estate investors. And those not who flip properties, but those who hold properties experience the highest level of tax advantage in this country. Holding rental real estate creates an incredible influx of cash and ability to mitigate that cash with tax incentives, tax depreciation, and all sorts of write-offs that you just don't get in any other sector of this economy. So number 4, taxes. I love it. That's another reason why real estate investing is a fantastic investment. And number 5, the 5th reason that I think real estate investing is one of the best tools out there is because real estate never hits zero. That's right. Think about the stock market. Think about all of those people that lost tens of millions of dollars in their 401ks. And it took 10 years for the economy, their 401k, to go back to where it was 10 years before that. 10 years, and they had no growth at all because they had to wait for it all to bounce back. In the stock market, stocks can hit zero. Things can show up with zero value. Real estate does not. Real estate never goes to zero, ever. Even if a house burns down, okay? Now you've got insurance on the property, but even if a house burns down, even the land is still worth a good amount of cash. Even in that situation, real estate does not go to zero. So yes, you might see some fluctuations in the market from time to time based on values in the marketplace and if we're in a recession. But remember, we're investing for cash flow. So it's okay if the value of a property you bought for $50,000 drops to $45,000 or $42,000. That's okay. You know why? Because the tenant is still living in the property, producing you cash flow every month. And yes, the equity dropped a little bit, so your net worth drops a little bit, but that's going to bounce back. But it will never go down to zero. So 5 great reasons why I believe real estate investing is the safest, smartest, most lucrative way to build wealth in this country. We have a whole series of videos on how to create wealth using rental real estate. Just check them out here. We have a ton of playlists to help you take action and become a real estate investor. And if you're ready to buy your first rental property and you want to work with a professional team that knows how to do it and can help you get your first property up and running where you don't have to do anything because we do it all, just click on the link below and book a call with our team at Morris Invest. It's a 30-minute consultation. It's totally free. We'll talk to you about your financial goals, how many rental properties you want to acquire in the next few years, and we'll take care of the rest and do the rest for you. I'm Clayton Morris. We'll see you back here next time, everyone. Now go out there, take action, and become a real estate investor.